Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, I am so excited to be back in the kitchen today, and I'm joined by Chef Melinda. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
Let's jump right on into it.
Wonderful.
What do you have for me today?
I have my best seller for you today. Even though with my layer cakes, the red velvet cake with cream cheese icing, it is the all-time best seller when I'm at shows. But for regular family events, it is the butter pound cake, the old-fashioned Southern butter pound cake.
I love a pound cake.
Yes, so I couldn't understand why I wouldn't be making very elaborate desserts, and people would be sitting there, you know, conversating, and then they would say, "What are you baking today?" And I'm like, "Just a vanilla pound cake." But that would be the sensation for them, is the smell of that butter pound cake, and bringing back old-fashioned memories, I think, is another reason why they just loved it.
It's just gorgeous.
So I made this last night, and I made sure that it was in servable sizes, so that it can hold whatever your topping is. So you don't want to cut it thin when you're going to put some really good stuff on it. So I'm going to serve up the first piece, and this is so versatile. You can serve it with any fruit topping that you would like, any ice cream, Cool Whip, but I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put fresh strawberries and some Cool Whip on them. So I'm going to take my little
We've got
utensils.
some cute tongs. Yes. We've got some cute little forks. She came prepared.
Love, love, love to serve, love to entertain. I think that's where my love of baking comes from, is loving to see the look on people's faces when they taste it for the first time. So here,
it's a love language, you know, like acts of service. I think that kind of falls into cooking.
It really does.
Maybe a little gifts too.
Yes, yes, these are perfect gifts. When I was a teenager and my budget was very limited, this was my best seller, was to put these in beautiful little cellophane bags and twist ties, you know, with whatever occasion it was, whether it was Valentine's Day or Christmas.
It's perfect for that.
Perfect. So as you can see,
those are some gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I was like, oh my goodness, this late in the season.
I know too.
Yes, I was so glad to be able to get these. So I'm going to put the
good.
first one together. We're going to get our Ready Whip together here.
Not sponsored, but sponsored by Ready Whip.
Yes. So normally I would make this homemade. My children have gotten so spoiled once I realized that you can make this homemade, and it's so much better.
Of course.
She's addicted to it, I must say. Any dessert that has the homemade whipped topping in it,
it's so good.
She's like, excuse me, may I have? Mom, please, can you save me some? So here is the very first bite for you.
Here's the verdict.
Yes. Wait to see what you think.
I want to get a little bit of everything in
have
this bite, so.
It's delicious. Even for breakfast.
That's money right there.
I'm just going to serve
You know how to make a pound cake, I'll tell you that.
Thank you so much.
My goodness.
Like I said, since I was 9, you know, just all of a sudden one day they asked me to make the family birthday cake from a box. And everybody would say, oh my gosh, this can't be from a box. Absolutely, it's not. And I was like, it is though. And they said, well, what's the secret? I'm like, I don't know. I just go by the box. But they were like, no, you're doing something different.
Yeah, you just have a gift, I guess.
It was just the gift coming forth.
Yeah.
And so from there, you know, just a little bit more. From there, of course, the question was, how are you going to start making homemade? And what are you going to make? And so that's where the challenges came in.
Oh, yeah.
So they just start challenging me, and I just kept going.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, everybody, you know how happy I am to be back in the kitchen today, and I am joined by Chef Taylor, who is from Cantina Imperfecto. Thanks for coming by.
Of course, my pleasure.
All right, what are you going to be making for us today?
Today we're going to be making chile en nogada, which is actually a traditional and seasonal dish of Mexico, and it represents the flag and their heritage and the history of it.
Beautiful colors, too. That's a big part of this dish, but you're going to kind of put me to work and tell me walk me through the process of how you make this, because we want you to be able to do it at home, too. And it shouldn't be too overwhelming, but there are some steps we have to go through.
Of course, yeah, don't worry, I'm definitely going to be putting you to work. You're going to be doing the dishes, you got to earn this meal.
Of course I do. So let's get started. What do I need to do first?
All right, so we'll start by grinding up our spices right here. So we're going to use a molcajete to grind up our spices. So that's some cinnamon sticks. Then we got some cloves. So yeah, just give it a little quick smash, do a circular motion, grind it up. I'm gonna start by toasting our chiles. So we're gonna toast these about 3 minutes each side, you know, depending on the heat. So I'm taking these out, and we're gonna put them in a plastic bag. You could always use a bowl and cover it with some plastic wrap.
Okay.
But you know, traditionally, grocery bag, baby. You know, in the kitchen, we always gotta multitask. So we're gonna throw in our finely diced onions and garlic. These are your aromatics for the dish. How you doing over there, Katie?
I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
So once these are translucent, we're gonna go ahead and add our ground pork. Get that all mashed up. So now that our meat has some color to it, we're gonna go into our raisins. So it adds a little bit of acidity and sweetness to the dish.
Raisins,
know-
nature's candy.
Exactly. So here we have some fresh peaches and some fresh apples. So yeah, look at those nice bright colors. Let's start on making our sauce. We're gonna start by adding our soaked walnuts that we had overnight, goat cheese.
Ooh.
I know you're probably gonna say Philadelphia
Cream
cheese.
Cream cheese.
Oh, you know, it's your kitchen. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know. So we're gonna take these out of the bag. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel off most of the outer skin. You wanna take a paring knife and make a nice slit 80% of the way,
Okay.
because we're gonna stuff them and we're gonna fry them. All right, can we grab your famous cinnamon?
Oh, finally.
Perfect.
Need salt.
It does. See, that's why we taste test. So we made that little slit down there. We're gonna stuff it, but not too much of the filling that we made. Start whipping our egg whites first. See how fluffy that looks?
Uh-huh.
It has its air pockets. And then you always want to lay it away from you. That way you don't splash yourself with oil.
All right, so now we are going to be plating everything up, and one of the big features of this dish are the colors
Yes,
that
of
look
course.
like the flag, right?
Yes, the white, the red, and the green.
The moment of truth. This was a huge bite for me to go in with. A lot of flavors in there, baby.
This is really good.
It's got pomegranate seed.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Okay, so first of all, you would kind of spread your feet out, shoulder width apart. You want to feel athletic, okay? So you want to feel most of your weight in the forward part of your foot. You want to kind of feel your weight in the balls of your feet here. You don't want to be, in my opinion, there's all different kinds of schools of thought on like your best setup, but to me, it's still more kind of like a panther, right?
Kind of like a panther.
You want to be able to really move quickly in one direction or another. And so what you want to try to do is keep separation from your paddle. So you want to be out here with this paddle. So bend your knees a little. And what I want you thinking about is if I drew a circle in the air with this paddle, I don't want the ball getting through that circle. All right, so you want to try to hit some?
Sure.
All right, back, step and hit. Try again.
I'm not feeling very low.
There. Try again. All right, ready again? Getting low. Good, again. Not bad. So why is it going high?
I don't know.
So when you're making contact, right? So say I'm hitting the ball this way. When I'm making contact, that's square. You're turning it.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
that's why. Okay, that
So if
makes
you
sense.
can get lower, drive through the shot.
Okay.
You really want to end up hitting your left shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. Better. Good, not bad. Good.
I'm still feel like I'm hitting it.
Okay, that's better. You're starting to square it up.
I still have a lot to learn on the pickleball court, but I think this was a great start. A big thank you to Chris and Emily for having me. Be sure to check out Litchfield Pickleball at litchfieldpickle.com to learn how you can play.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
Thanks for watching Living Local Carolina. Today I am at J&K Home Furnishings with my friend John. How are you doing?
I'm great. Welcome back. It seems like y'all were just here and yet you're back and we've got even more new to show you.
Even more new to show us, and you guys are going to talk to me about the in-home or in-house design process.
We are. We have a wonderful staff of trained interior designers and salespeople that can take all of the headache and hassle out of any project for you.
And you know, I'm kind of cocky when I'm picking out stuff. I always think that I can think like a designer, but I can't.
But that's our job. We
Yeah.
need to read your thoughts, and all we're doing, we're not forcing a design on you. We're keeping you on track with your design, what you want.
So how does it work?
Well, you come in and you schedule an appointment with one of our designers. It's a one-time $250 charge, and that's refundable towards your purchase.
That's pretty nice.
You have up until a year to spend $5,000 or more in it, and you get that credited back. We guide you in the selections of upholstery, leather, wood finishes, and then there's a lot of items that people have no idea we even offer.
Like what?
Well, the jewelry of interior design.
Oh, the jewelry. I like that.
Chandeliers, rugs, accessories, lamps, wallpaper,
Wow, I didn't know y'all did
custom window treatments. We do all of that. Anything that you could find in a room from the ceiling to the floor, we're here to guide you through.
And you guys put together design boards.
We
which
do.
are really cool.
Typically, no matter how big or how little a project seems to you, we want to show you a wow factor, a whole wow room. And we put together a design inspiration board and plot it out, price it, and guide you through it. And whether you want to do it all in one lump sum or you want to split it up into phases, that's up to you. But we can make it work either way.
I love it. Well, if somebody wants to come try it out, how can they do that?
Go to our website, www.jkhomefurnishings.com. Look up our 7 locations, come in and work with one of our designers, and don't forget, it's not just custom furniture. We have a whole warehouse of in-stock as well.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
It's a beautiful day today. We are at Meadow Chase Farm, and Kendra, you have been the farm manager here for
10 years.
My gosh. The barn manager, the farm manager, how does that work?
So I take care of the day-to-day operations. I handle horses coming in and being boarders with us. We care for the horses basically 24/7. It's a full care facility. I also run a small lesson program. Before I came here to Meadow Chase, I was a professional horse trainer and riding instructor, and I also judge horse shows. So all that experience led me to recognizing that managing a facility was definitely up my alley.
Definitely. You are truly, truly an expert, and I can tell you love this so much. And we have some girls that are riding behind us right now. These are some of your star pupils, right?
Well, these are some of the girls that started out in the lesson program. They progressed to leasing a horse, where it's really good for the parents. They don't have to commit to owning a horse. And then these particular girls, 3 of them own their own horses now. Another is riding the pony. He's my beginner level lesson pony, and they all started on him.
What do you think are some lessons that somebody can learn from riding horses?
So it takes a lot of understanding patience and understanding that it's a living, breathing creature. It's not a machine. They all have very distinct personalities. Some are very sensitive. They can be opinionated. And it teaches the girls just how to make good, educated decisions and always maintain safety.
I love it. And obviously we have some younger folks that are riding, but you teach lessons for everyone.
Yes, actually we have a nice mix of adults that are here also. These are all privately owned horses. Most of them had to work today. So they
Of course, it's summer vacation.
Right? Yeah, they're off school.
And we were mentioning this earlier, you guys are kind of like a hidden gem. When you come out here, you can just kind of take a nice breath.
We keep it, again, being a private boarding facility really means that working people are paying for care for their horse because they can't do it on a day-to-day basis. And when they come to the farm, they want to enjoy their horse, enjoy their downtime. We have a very safe atmosphere here. I'm definitely a safety person. It's professional, but it's relaxed, and a great mix of people are here.
These are memory-making moments in
are,
their lives too.
Yeah.
They'll never forget this. Even the little barn cats that are around, I can just tell this is a very special place.
Yes.
Well, if somebody is watching right now and they're interested in taking a lesson, this is the kind of thing that you need to plan for, that you need to call you guys and set up and talk about some stuff.
Yes, we do have a website. I don't manage the website, but we do have a website that you can get some information on. We actually have one of the girls who's riding, she's recently graduated from high school, headed off to college, but she's started beginner level, introductory, learning how to groom a horse, put a saddle on a horse. She'll lead them around and supervise them. That's brand new here. Things change year to year. It just depends on, who we have for horses, who we have for people here. I do offer private riding lessons that are more advanced.
Gotcha, okay. So where can people learn more information?
Like I said, we have a website. We do have a Facebook page. Again, I don't manage those. I'm not really good at that.
You're good at this, that's all that matters.
But yes, if they want to look up, it's Meadow Chase Farm. And like I said, we're right here in Conway, about a mile from International Drive, very easy to find.
Love it. This would be a great time for me to rip my pants.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yep, you just give yourself a push, there, girl. Ooh. And then just scoot your jeans wherever they're comfortable.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.